There's a story about a man who sat beside the trail for far too long. The footprints disappeared as the grass grew. The trees casted shadows, and soon the trail was given back to creation. The idle man could no longer find his way. Like the idle man, we cannot sit by as the truth is forgotten. For more than a century, over 150,000 Indigenous children were taken from their families and communities, sent to residential schools, some lost forever. Led down an unfamiliar path, they met strange people, were given a different name, and forced into different clothes. Forbidden to speak their language, forbidden to practice their culture. Hours were filled with lessons, chores, and memorizing prayers. Day after day, they were reminded that being Indigenous was evil, forced to assimilate, forced to become white. Their stories of pain echo through creation. Their tears flow with the gentle streams, the path uncertain. And yet, today I hear the birds chirp and the leaves rustle, and I hear the heartbeat of our peoples. I see the sun peek through the trees, and I see the determination of our generations to come. I feel a rush of wind, and I feel the strength of our ancestors. I know that this land beneath my feet holds the stories of countless generations that have gone on before me. Their stories hold the truth for reconciliation. Many years ago, Plains Cree Chief Poundmaker had a vision of hope for his people. His words reveal hope for today. He said, "It would be so much easier just to fold our hands and not make this fight. To say I, one man, I can do nothing. I grow afraid only when I see people thinking and acting like this." We all know the story about the man who sat beside the trail too long, and then it grew over and he could never find his way again. We could never forget what has happened, but we cannot go back, nor can we just sit beside the trail. We need to hear the stories of the past and the realities of the present. We cannot just sit idly beside the trail. We must stand with the radical reconcilers before us. Our footsteps must join together to strengthen the path of reconciliation for all peoples.
There are many tragic stories about the experiences at Indian residential schools. With the last school closing as recently as 1996, devastating effects continue to have a significant impact upon Indigenous peoples. September 30th is a day to honor and remember residential school survivors and their families, to hear their stories and to listen with open hearts.
From the moment we heard about the 215 children in unmarked graves in Kamloops, BC, and as this number disturbingly continues to increase, the Salvation Army deeply grieves not only for the loss of culture and community, but the children who never made it home.
The Salvation Army is committed to reconciliation. We know that this is an ongoing process that acknowledges our past with Indigenous peoples. It reframes our current relationships, and it works forward toward a future based on dignity and trust.
We are all invited into the ministry of reconciliation to share the good news that everyone may be reconciled to the Creator. We are thankful that this hope of reconciliation is not limited to our relationship with God. We are reconciled to each other to create innovative partnerships within our communities, to share hope wherever there is hardship, building safe spaces that are just and know the love of Jesus. Reconciliation is the language of hope.
And so today, as we wear our orange shirts, it serves as a reminder to keep learning and listening to the truth.
We invite you to visit samissionresource.ca or salvationist.ca for more information about Orange Shirt Day and the ways that you can engage with the Truth and Reconciliation Commission's 94 calls to action. Together we can create a spirit of reconciliation and hope, because every child matters.